This video introduces you to what you need to do in week 1. So week 1 is the first of 5 weeks that form part 1 of the course, and part 1 of the course is largely practical. It covers all the topics you need to complete assignment 1. So this week, week 1, we introduce you to databases, database applications, database engines, and the language SQL. And you'll learn more about SQL in the following 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks after that, weeks 4 and 5, you'll be able to apply what you've learned about SQL when you're building application objects. So we're going to build some of the objects that appear in database applications. So you'll build an application form for assignment 1 and an application report. And SQL will be the language you'll use to describe the data that needs to be extracted from a relational database to present on your form or your report. So SQL is very important. SQL is the standard language for communicating with relational database engines. Now, most students will find a similar level of difficulty and challenge in part 2 of the course. The level of difficulty you will encounter in part 1 of the course really depends on your background. Some students will have already used SQL. Some students will have already developed a Microsoft Access form or report. If you have not used Access and SQL before, you will find part 1 of the course to be very challenging, and you'll have to work hard to perform well in assignment 1. So just a heads up there. SQL very important, as well as the coverage in part 1. We also devote another week in part 2, learning about interesting aspects of SQL. So each week, the study guide will have a section like this, which introduces you to that week. We'll identify major goals for the week, talk a little bit about videos, and identify what you need to do, the activities for that week. So the major goals for week 1 are, we just want to throw you into the deep end. We want to get you rolling. We want to start your familiarization with some of the jargon from the world of databases, and we want to get you going with Microsoft Access and SQL. The study guide in week 1 mentions the fact that the videos that are provided in the course are essential resources. You need to be able to have, you need access to those resources. And then here, these are the activities for week 1. So you need to read the study guide, watch week 1 videos, read the assignment 1 specification. So this is part of getting started with assignment 1. You need to get rolling with Microsoft Access and SQL. You need to experiment with the SQL queries that we provide in this study guide module. And then you can actually get started with assignment 1. From what you learned from your experimentation with the queries provided in this study guide, you should be able to look at the information requests in assignment 1 and start to formulate some SQL queries to answer those information requests. So the assignment 1 information requests are designed so that they start fairly easy and become more challenging. So you might be able to formulate queries to answer the first couple of information requests this week. And your last job for week 1 is to start working on your notes for the learning objectives. So that's it for week 1. Good luck with that.